Goddamn kids coughing into my food! God damn it, I'm sick! Sorry if I sound a little sick. These are the top 10 games of 2018!
Number 10. Don't let a single one get away.
Okay, so I'm totally cheating here. This spot should probably be reserved for Smash. Alright, if you played Smash, it's gonna be on your list. I know it. And thank God Nintendo has finally lifted their stupid fucking policies on YouTube to allow us to make videos without copyright claiming my shit like they did last year. But I must admit, I was still, apprehensive about that, and I haven't played much Smash at all, so I can't fairly put it on the list. Instead, I have to put something that I did play. Detroit Human Becoming Human, whatever that shit is called. What the hell?
Sex mode activated.
No. Stop it. Stop it. Help me. Oh, God, help me. Oh, please stop. Make it stop.
To the battlefield. Let's go.
It probably doesn't deserve this spot. It was an okay game. There were several games this year that were just, they were good games, but best games? I don't know. This one, though, I have to put it number 10 because it made me feel some emotion, okay? It got that out of me.
You could have intervened.
Holy shit.
I told you to.
My favorite character!
You fucked it up as soon
I
as
fucked it up!
As soon
You
as
fucked it up!
This is your mission.
I pressed the
This
button.
is your
That wasn't the
mission.
button that I wanted to press anyway. I pressed the wrong button the last time. I didn't press any button there. Plus, it could end so many different ways, and I can understand if your experiences was much worse than mine. Oh,
Happy
no.
birthday.
No!
Happy birthday.
Oh, God!
Happy birthday.
It is not my birthday!
Happy birthday.
Fuck!
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
But I really had a great time with the illusion here. Even if it was mostly an illusion, it was a good illusion. And that showed potential. Now, if we can only ratchet up the actual gameplay, because I know this thing is so easy to make fun of with its like fucking non-gameplay shit.
Really? Did you have to?
we both reacted that way.
You didn't have to make that one interactive.
Riveting.
Once you serve, just
Riveting, David
play
Cage.
it out. Just play
Riveting.
it out. The suspense is killing
La
me.
la.
Just what I thought. Eggs and bacon.
If they could actually put some real gameplay, this could be a transcendent experience.
House music. House music all night long. House music all night long. House music all night long.
You want to
House
party?
music.
Number 9.
This is Totino.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey, a game with so much content, I actually think it might be too much content, and it can count against the game. You definitely get your money's worth here with hundreds of hours of gameplay. Assassin's Creed, they made some positive moves in my opinion with some better loot, some more RPG-like elements, some great voice acting and dialogue, some fun combat, little larger battles, and sure, not all of it worked, and some of it felt tacked on, frankly. But this mixture of elements definitely showed that the developers gave a shit, and they kept putting in more and more and more. If anything, they need to tighten it up, okay, next time, right? Start shaving things off and making, or at least making the mechanics more meaningful next time around. But it's a damn solid foundation, if not a little too grindy for the future. But it certainly makes me care about this universe a little bit more, especially since they seem to be, de-emphasizing the future crap with the Sturgo shit and embracing the more historical, fantasy-like elements, the bit of sci-fi within that historical gameplay itself. More of that, please. Number 8.
No.
Ready!
Not at all.
Glory to the first man that dies!
Oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God. Oh God, oh God, oh God.
Warhammer 40,000 Gladius. So this game isn't the best strategy games of all time, okay? Or it's not even particularly stronger than other strategy games that I picked in the past. But I have to give this a personal bump, a personal pleasure pick of mine, as it mixed one of my favorite tabletop universes with one of my favorite types of strategy game, the 4X. Expand, explore, exploit, exterminate. Now, true, it's 40K, so there's no real diplomacy here. But, so it's like 3.5X. But what made it so much fun for me was multiplayer, playing with friends. It was the first time I was really able to get other Joe interested in the 4X genre. So that alone earns a special place for me. It's simple enough for new players to get into. And it was all made by a small indie team. It's like a team of like 3 guys. When you consider that the game has fantastic units, asymmetrical gameplay with 4 really unique factions, a really fun early game as you fight like various indigenous creatures in the 40K universe, and some really nice enemy AI. Well, it needed a few patches, but it's competent enough to kick your fucking ass in certain situations. So, all of that, it's insane for a 4X and an accomplishment for this small team. Well done, Gladius. I cannot wait for future race expansions like the Tyranids. The aliens are coming and they're up next. You can catch us streaming that very soon in multiplayer. Oh, not again! Oh! Number 7.
We had something to believe in. Something worth fighting for. It was a battlefield. But it was where we grew up. This is what the Ranger Corps does.
Valkyria Chronicles 4 was an interesting surprise this year, and I really enjoyed how good of a tactical role-playing game that it turned out to be. And while I never was able to fully finish it, we did have Delrith do a rapid-fire review where he gives the reasons why it is particularly satisfying. Basically, it boils down to it being a bloody and tragic story involving a massive war which showcases the struggles of the small squad squad known as Squad E. You grow attached to these characters, and with the possibility of permadeath, yeah, that's right, like a la XCOM, the stakes are insanely high with these characters. They made a few interesting gameplay changes from previous titles, action points and being able to issue commands to the same unit, just basically allowing you to set up these crazy turns where a single vehicle or tank will end up wiping out hordes of enemy soldiers. Upgrades, tech trees, they're all abundant, allowing you to play the game in various different ways in each battle. Now, a lot of the missions were incredibly difficult with bosses sprinkled throughout, and something that was actually kind of unique for that style of game. And honestly, there weren't very many negatives I found with my short time with it, and we couple with how charming it was and how much Dell played it on stream, it definitely deserves a spot on our list for 2018.
Just say the word, boss. I'm locked, loaded, and in-freaking-vincible. Raz is coming through!
If we don't do something, the tragedy will never stop. We have to believe in our goal and keep moving.
We will live to see Hoffen again.
We will. Together.
Number 6.
You're witnessing true power. My back.
Dragon Ball Fighter Z. My best fighting game of the year pick. Of course, it's gonna get some extra love from the Joe. It's one of my favorite anime franchises of all time, and it's also a really great game. Come on, it's faithful as heck. What's not to like? Goku Black, Vegeta, all the coolest freaking characters, friendly to new players, but still offers deep enough gameplay that keeps those higher level players interested and at the top of the charts. The 3-on-3 battles, they're visually impressive with great sound design and a ton of personalities. It looks exactly like the anime. I just wish these DBZ games can get some of its meta stuff right, you know? Pack it with more meaningful side content, better story modes, perhaps a creative fighter system, you know? Basically take all the best that was in Xenoverse, mix it with this more arcade style, combine them all together, and give us like, you know, like a Mortal Kombat-esque story mode that's, you know, substantial, and you got yourself a legendary game in the making. And please, give us fusions! Create a fusion! You ready?
Yeah!
Let's do it, Joe! Fusion!
Joe, it worked! It worked! We're huge! And we have muscles!
Yeah, and we're really tall too. Like, really.
Just never mind that. Never mind. Not all of us are all that short. Let's figure out our final move. Duper's really lame.
Shut up and roll with me.
Number 5.
In the hands of a true assassin, the deadliest weapon isn't what you think. It's using your head. Getting a little creative. Because a true assassin knows the world is always your best weapon. Cheers.
Hitman took a great foundation on its remake predecessor, Hitman, which you know, was episodic. I'm not a big fan and can't really get behind the episodic, but it isn't here. It gives you a ton up front, okay? In effect, it is without a doubt one of the best games featuring Agent 47 that's been released in forever. Screwing around for countless hours in its sprawling levels, or coming up with ridiculous scenarios for assassinating, gave Del and I a ton of entertainment on stream. Add in things like multiplayer and the elusive target contract system, which, by the way, there's people like Sean Bean to kill. Just who doesn't want to get in on the Sean Bean killing action? Everybody's killing him. Might as well kill him yourself.
It's a talent of sorts, I suppose. I never expected to be like this. But they keep trying to kill me, you know?
You've got one of the best stealth action games this year, and they just put so much effort into these free weekly missions that it just must be given credit to. And when you consider these developers are generous like this, when you know about the issues that they had during development, the struggles of IO Interactive that they had to overcome to get it out, as Square Enix kind of pulled out and de-invested in them, it's just really impressive that it's as good as it is, as they found a way to stay afloat and finish it and eventually put it out through Warner Brothers, who picked it up, and we are all the better for it.
Number 4.
Monster Hunter World was a fantastic revamp of an already great series, okay? One that I admittedly wasn't very familiar with and felt was a little too grindy. But so many things got improved upon here. Graphics, control, quality of life. OJ and I played it with Del several times on stream and just had a blast taking on the various challenges in the game that it would throw at us. I regret not reviewing this gem personally, but after Del poured hundreds of hours and streamed it so much, we put together a rapid-fire review that you should check out. It easily earns its spot on this list. It has been a huge game in Japan, but I think this time the game has really exploded in popularity here in the US and introduced hundreds of thousands of new people to the franchise for the first time. Fighting things, these huge 10 times your size things, 100 times your size things, just feels fantastic with how it's handled in Monster Hunter World. If you're looking for a game that will truly test you, but at the same time can feel incredibly rewarding, or you just like the idea of wailing on massive creatures and beasts, give the game a chance. I just think it's the beginning for this popular series, especially over here, and one that I don't want to miss out on the next one for sure. I just hope that maybe we can get a little bit better story, incorporate. I know it's not the point. I know it's all about grinding and loot, but I just want a little better narrative next time, and I know they can do it.
Number 3.
Joe, you know I can see you, right?
Hey! Hey! Spider-Man could have easily been a disaster. There have been a ton of crap Spidey games and some really good ones. In fact, one of the best movie license game of all time was the Spider-Man game, Spider-Man 2. And while this one isn't exactly a movie license game, it does such a damn good job at what it does that it's just as entertaining to watch and to play through as one of the actual Spider-Man films that did come out. The web slinging is fantastic. The suits are varied and look friggin' awesome. The combat is a ton of fun. And just being a superhero in this game just feels right. It's Marvel, it's fun, there's no mopey shit in here. It's just a ton of stuff to do. A pretty good story, even if it does feel a bit rushed in places, a little boring with the other character sections. But Spider-Man proves that there is still a place for these open world superhero games done right. I really hope that this is just a starting point for this franchise, as I would absolutely love to see Venom and Carnage added to this universe. And if they're done as well as things were done here in this game, it would be awesome. It might be time, though, to add some innovative stuff here, right? Because this stuff is polished to a T, but add some features to the formula that none of us expect, like maybe a co-op mode, maximum carnage. Oh, now there's a thought.
Watch, I'm gonna do a triple backflip, somersault onto the ground, and land.
No, Joe, you're going to face plant.
No, I'm not.
I am not going to watch your stupid trick. I am going inside. You know what? No, I am going. I am going. Oh my God. Joe! Joe, you're all right. Joe! Oh my God, what the... Oh my God! What did I...
Joe, come 911.
Joe, your leg.
I can't feel him.
Number 2.
Are you giving me sass, boy? I take you on these adventures. You do as I say. You're not ready for more, boy.
I am ready. Go ahead, read it. Try it.
I can read.
Continue.
I read good. The sheep went out to the pasture.
Not even close, but continue.
Boy, read it for me, boy.
No, Mom was right. You are an idiot.
What did you say, boy? Read it.
No.
Boy.
No, not the bell. I'm sorry, Dad.
Boy.
No, I'm sorry. No.
God of War. This was clearly by far the year of the boy. I mean the PS4. 3 exclusives for the PS4 made my list. No one can deny that the PS4 killed it this year and gave compelling reasons to own the damn console. And best of all, it all flies in the face of EA and companies like them who erroneously thought that single-player gaming and storytelling were dead in favor of these never-ending multiplayer and digital service platforms, giving us a little at a time at release or nickeling and diming us to death later on. Well, God of War flies in the face of that and proves them wrong. God of War has such tight direction, great ideas, fantastic dialogue, boy, and memorable characters and moments that it was an experience to play. Beautiful locations, beautiful music, just epic lore, these massive encounters, all with some, if not the best, action combat system of 2019, or for a very long time. Everything was firing on all cylinders here, that by the end, you just wanted more. More! You were almost pissed off. You know, with how satisfied you were because you wanted to fight Thor. You wanted to see more of the gods in this universe and where it was all going to lead to where we did. I hope they continue the franchise so we can not only see those unexplored realms, but maybe even cross into other mythos with different cultures, because that worked out so well here in this universe. I am a big fan of Corey, the director, and I cannot wait to see what he does next, be it a sequel or a new project. If it's done as well as it's done here, I am totally on board. And maybe between this and Spider-Man, somebody could give my boy some love, please. Rocksteady, don't tell me, please, you help me out, man. Help DC out. Okay. And listen, if you're a hardcore Xbox guy, look, I implore you, put down your weapons for just a bit, okay? Call up a friend, or as the case may be, a frenemy, and ask them, hey man, I've been talking all that shit about your console, maybe I can, come over to your house and we play these sweet ass games together. You'll be doing yourself a huge favor. You gotta find a way to play them this year, okay? If Xbox might bring a next console generation, but shit, don't let these games pass you up.
And now we're here. Nearly there. The honor should be yours. I trust in you, boy. For this is a momentous occasion. One where we will finally honor the memory of your mother. Boy!
I'm sorry. Does this mean it's over?
Boy!
Sorry, Pops. I'm sorry. Mama! Mama, help me!
Boy!
Number 1.
You guessed it! What can I say? I'm a sucker for westerns! Yeehaw! And honestly, there is no denying that Red Dead Redemption 2 is a masterful feat of gaming prowess. Old gray man, she ain't what she used to. I don't know what I'm doing. Arthur is one of my favorite new Rockstar characters, and I just really enjoyed immersing myself in the story of the dying Old West once again. Every single animation is so smooth, so painstakingly crafted, the attention to detail paid to everything, including your horse, making strong bonds with the animal, caring for its needs, and going through hell together. The cast of extremely talented voice actors and creative characters that you'll meet on this journey of Dutch's gang. And while I do agree, and there's been some great videos too, you should check them out, links in the description, that Rockstar's starting to show some age in the actual game design, at least of the open world missions experience, right? It's starting to feel a bit too restrictive when it comes to creative problem solving with constant failure states if you don't do things exactly how it wants the game for you to do it.
And what's all this commotion over?
Oye, ¿qué pasó? Now you wouldn't shoot a guy with glasses now, would you?
But I do look at the overall freeform experience alongside those more linear missions as some of the most finely and best crafted experiences of the year, frankly, in that mode. It's a lengthy game, a game that you're gonna get your money's worth. It's like watching not one, but 3 good Western movies, each with their own charm and flaws. I love Red Dead, as you can tell, even if I mostly ignored its online mode. What? Which is really hurt and dragged down by the senseless halt grinding and microtransaction golf. Oh! For me, I had prepared myself for that, okay? I had fully gotten what I was gonna get out of it from the single player alone. And you know what? It was good enough for me, proving that single player games can still reign supreme and still have that viable place in the market, and it's got so many more stories to tell. If Rockstar keeps this level up, I do not mind if it takes them a while to get us these experiences, because these dev cycles are getting longer and longer. But please, can you tone down the grinding, man, a little bit? Don't lose your way, Rockstar. Please, you can't do that, all right? I'm so looking forward to your next game, all right? So that's it for 2018. Put your lists in the comments below. Order it the way that you would order it. Did I miss any? I am so looking forward to 2019. We got some more lists coming up. Disappointing, worst, maybe another one here or there. All right. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we shall see you on the next Angry Joe Show. Yeehaw!
pussycat.
Joe, you look like you have one boob.